Hey, what's up everyone? This is Dave Brown TV, and do you know what I like? Having such supportive and amazing subscribers. You guys are the best. You guys helped my last video get just over 1,000 favorites, which is absolutely insane for a channel my size. Thank you guys so much, and as a way of saying thanks, I made an amazing outro for you guys that I know you're gonna like, and my first ever sniper gameplay. I'm terrible with a sniper rifle, but I hope you guys enjoy it, alright? So, back to the story. Shit went down this weekend, guys. I was down in my place in the States, and shit went hot, heavy, and thank God I have a hot tub, let's just say that. So if you've been following my series, you know there was this really cute blonde girl that sometimes goes down to my place every couple years, and this weekend she happened to be going down, and I was like, hell yeah, something may go down, son. Gonna get some, gonna have some fun this weekend, right? But I get down there, and unfortunately, she's got a boyfriend. Her boyfriend's not there, but they've been in like a serious relationship for like the past like while, like over a year, guys. So I'm not one to fucking just go in and mess shit up, especially if she's on vacation and stuff. Like, you know what I mean? I don't want to fuck shit up. You know what I mean? You don't want to do that to people. Alright guys, enough about that, let's get back to the story. So I'm down in my trailer this weekend. It's kind of near Seattle. Didn't go to PAX Prime. Nope, got laid instead. So if you guys have been watching my series for a long time, you know that there's this blonde girl that sometimes goes there. She's a year older than me, and we hooked up before, and she's such a awesome girl and super hot. And she happened to be going down this weekend, and I was like, oh hell yes, definitely going down there this weekend for sure. And so I get down there, and unfortunately she's got a boyfriend, serious boyfriend, and I'm like, it's okay, I can handle my dick not getting wet for a weekend. I'm just gonna have fun with this girl, have a few drinks, and we'll just have a good time, right? No need to sweat it, right? Luckily, shit still went down. Not with her, but with some other people. So for the entire community, there's this one big room with like pool table, shuffleboard, like big screen TV and stuff like that. And so me and her are like playing these drinking games, playing pool and stuff, and all of a sudden, a bunch of people walk in, and they look about our age. There's two guys, and they ended up being like 18 and 17, and then there was four girls. One was like 16, one was 17, one was 20, and one was like 19. And obviously I'm not going to touch the younger ones, fuck that, but the 20-year-old, I'm like, we got a situation here. But unfortunately, this girl was tall as fuck. Like, she had like probably 3 inches on me. I'm not the tallest guy. This girl, yeah, she's tall and slender, like, you know, like a model, like tall and slender, you know what I mean? So I'm like, whatever, see what happens, right? And so we all start drinking, have a good time, and then we're like, yo, let's go to the Clear Cut, which is like basically just this little forest patch that a lot of people our age like to go drink and have some beers and stuff. So we go do that, and then we're going back, and we drive golf carts and shit. Yeah, I have my own golf cart down there. Maybe I'll make a video with it. It's awesome. And so we're driving back, and I'm driving some girls back to the trailers. I drop off the blonde girl, and then it's just me and the tall girl, right? And as I'm driving back, she's like, oh, I don't want this night to end, I want to keep partying. And I'm like, yeah, me too. And I had previously mentioned that I had a hot tub. I didn't invite her or anything, but she's like, why don't we go in your hot tub? And I was like, how about we just go have some drinks first at the park? There's a little playground and shit. So I'm gonna have a little video here showing you guys what the setup is. So you see those playground? Okay. You see the swings? Okay. So we start off there, and I sit on it, and she goes and sits on my lap, and I'm like, no, if you want to sit on my lap, you gotta face towards me, right? I don't want to be talking to the back of your head. So she gets up on me, puts her legs through, and then she's sitting on me, and we start having a few drinks and stuff, talking. All of a sudden we start making out and shit. I'm like, whatever. And then we go to this picnic bench. You'll have seen it in the video. And shit, let's just say shit goes down, pants down, and then we're like, why the fuck are we doing this at this fucking picnic table? No one can fucking see anything. There's no lights in the place, so it's absolutely pitch black. So we're like, let's go back to my hot tub. So put our pants back on, back to the hot tub of my place, and boom, 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 clothes come off fucking immediately. And I'm not gonna go in full detail, but it was a good night, and she gives pretty good head. Alright, so the next day, that girl comes with her friend, and she's like, I don't know where my camera is. And so we go find her camera, and like her shirt, one of her shirts is near my hot tub as well. Luckily grabbed that before my parents, because my parents my grandparents and my aunt are staying at this place at the same time, right? So we get her shit and she goes home. New night, and blonde girl's having a bunch of people over for drinks for this person's birthday. So I go over there that night, and she's got two new girls that I haven't actually met before, and they're friends of a friend. And I'm like, okay, so I introduce myself, and these girls seem pretty cool and stuff. And there's like a bunch of like 40 to like 50-year-olds with us too, and they're just getting absolutely shit-faced. They're like chugging tequila like champions. I'm like, damn, this party's hardcore and shit. We started doing like tequila shots in like strawberries and stuff. Like they carved out strawberries. It was pretty sick. I'd never tried that before. Loved it. Anyways, so I get to talking to this girl, right? And right away she's like, no, I don't like this guy. And this girl's taller than me too. I don't know what's up with all these girls being tall here, but fuck it, I don't care. You just gotta pursue that shit. Don't put judgments on yourself saying, oh, that girl wouldn't like me because of something. To say, no, you got fucking a lot of shit to offer, bro. And if you guys have watched my videos before, you're gonna love how I picked up this girl. So we actually get in this fight. She's from like kind of like a rich part of town, and I'm like, I'm not from a rich part of town at all. And she's like, oh, if I seen you at a club, I probably wouldn't talk to you because where you live. And I was like, bitch, I would fuck you either way. It doesn't matter where I live. And she just brushed it off, right? She thought she was so cool and shit. I'm like, girl, fuck off. And so we sit down, and once we all sit down, right, I'm having drinks and shit, and I was like, okay, time to lay down the easy game, right? This girl, she was 20 years old, and I was like, oh, so what do you do for fun? Do you like read, or do you read or anything? And she's like, oh, not very many books. And then I'm like, yeah, I pretty much only like reading like Harry Potter and a few other books. She's like, oh my god, you read Harry Potter? I'm like, yeah, I read Harry Potter. And boom, that's an instant connection. If you read books that other girls read, as I said before, Harry Potter gets you laid. Yeah, I fucking told you. I swear to God, guys, this shit gets you laid. Because girls feel this instant connection. You just go on about what you fucking like, and you just have to prove the point that you've actually read the book. Instant connection. And then I go on about talking some bullshit about how I'm like such a charming and nice guy, and then she was just like dead. She just couldn't handle it. You know what I mean? And so then she's like, let's go to your hot tub. You always mention that you have a hot tub. Like, I was like, yeah, I can't wait to go to my hot tub later. It's so relaxing. I love drinking a beer in it, right? But you never invite them. You want them to invite themselves. So like, let's go to your hot tub. I'm like, okay. So ditch the party and we go to my hot tub. And I didn't bring my golf cart, so we're walking and shit. Continue drinking, and I grab her hand. I'm like, I don't want you getting lost. And you don't want to squeeze her hand or anything, but see if they squeeze back. If they squeeze back, boom, you're golden, alright? So we're walking back to my hot tub, and just pretty much immediately, like, shirts off, because pants off. She didn't have like, these girls don't have swimsuits on them, alright? So just bra and panties, and I just whip off my shit. And we're just sitting in there, and we start making out, and she's like, oh my god, I can't believe I'm doing this. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Of course you can believe you're doing this. I'm a great time. You always want to make sure the girl knows that you are the good time, right? So then I start playing with some of her genitalia down there. And guys, you don't always have to put it in. Your fingers in. Find the clit and just play with it. Girls will respect that you know what you're doing, alright? Just play with the clit. And she'll just, legs start shaking and shit, and they're like, once her legs start shaking, just whip those things off and you're pretty much good to go. And this girl, she was a freak. She was just down and dirty, and it was a fucking awesome hot tub experience. I'm just gonna put it that way because I don't want this video to be 40 minutes long. And so afterwards, she's like walking back, and she's like staying in a tent actually because there's not enough room in the trailer that she's staying at. And she's like, come to my tent and come sleep with me. And I'm like, no. I want to sleep in my trailer. It's nice and warm. And she's like, come on. And so I walk her to her tent, and she's got her friend already passed out, right? And she's like, just come fuck me for a bit. So I come in her tent, and we just start banging for like 5 minutes, and then her friend wakes up and she's like, oh my god, and shit. And I'm like, okay, I'm piecing it. The other girl had like was like pretty much engaged, and there's no way I was gonna get a threesome out of this. So I was like, I'm just gonna leave this situation and have a good time and have a good sleep. And this is where it gets really bad. So my mom, my grandparents, and my aunt, they leave to go home, so I'm just left with my dad. But my other set of grandparents come in from my dad's side, and my dad, because they're gonna be staying there for the week, and my dad's showing them how to use the hot tub and stuff. And they must have found some artifacts, because when I go there, they say hi, and they're like, so one of your girlfriends happened to leave her thong in the hot tub last night. It's just hanging on the coat rack up there. Make sure to return it to her before you leave. And immediately I'm like, I'm in front of my grandparents, right? That's so awkward. So I'm like, I just brush it off, and I'm like, okay. But in my head I'm like, I don't know which girl this thong belongs to. It could belong from the one from the first night or the second night. So I don't really want to like go parading around saying, oh, here's your thong, and then she's like, that one's not mine. Alright guys, that's it for this episode. My next video will be up Wednesday, and thanks again for favoriting my last video. It really does help my channel grow. And if you liked the video and liked this outro coming up, try and hit up the favorite button again. And if you are new to this channel, just do what the tits say. Alright?